Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Kratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshini. Oh Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 17th Adhyaya, Shraddha Vibhaga Yoga. And Sri Krishna has beautifully taught us so far the differences between the types of austerities, differences between the type of worships, differences between the types of foods, as well as the type of food intake the sattvic, rajasic and tamasic type of personalities of the types of beings with this sattvic, rajasic and tamasic type of shraddhas that these beings they keep on performing. How they eat, what kind of foods are sattvic, what kind of foods are rajasic, what kind of foods are tamasic, and what kind of worship the sattvic, rajasic and tamasic tendency people with these three different types of shraddhas, how they keep on performing the different modes of worships, different modes of tapas, and how their intentions are so very different. The intentions of Sattvika Shraddha, in people endowed with Sattvika Shraddha, are the purest of the types, which brings in good for the self as well as good for others. The ones with the Rajasic Shraddha, they will do only for the self glorification. Their entire interest is for self gratification. That's it. They don't think any good for others. They don't intend harm also to others. That is also a nice attribute for the Rajasic types, because they are so much self-centered. They don't give a damn about others. They don't want to harm others. They don't want to destroy others. All their intention is, I should be praised, I should be revered, I should be worshipped, and I should be honored. That is the thing. Then there are the types as the tamasic. They have foolish notions about their self. They have got absolutely no idea of the purity of the self which is dwelling inside. They only know the wretched things. They only know the vilest things. And even the austerities that they perform, like Sri Krishna told us in the last reading, that their austerities are intended to harm others. That is their intention. And for that, they will inflict torture to their own bodies. They will perform the torturous austerities in order to bring harm to others. And there is no kind of feeling of being good to self, being good to others. So that is the type of austerities that unfortunately these tamasic tendency people, they start performing. And like Sri Krishna taught us that Mudak Grahenatmanaha Yat Pidaya Kriyate Tapaha. Pidaya Kriyate Tapaha. This tapaha that is kriyate, that is performed, is to inflict injury, to inflict torture on the self. And mudhagrahena atmanah, there is totally wrong notion about the self. It is all deluded people. There is all deluded thinking about the self. And then parasyotsādanārtham, parasya utsadanartham, to destroy others, to bring harm to others. That is their objective. Tat tamasa udarutam. That these kind of austerity is called as tamasic type. So Sri Krishna has explained to us everything about the worship, the mode of behavior, the mode of austerities that people conduct, different tendency people endowed with different Shraddha, the Sattvik, Rajasic and Tamasic type. Now Sri Krishna is also going to explain how these three types of people endowed with the Sattvik, Rajasic and Tamasic Shraddha, how do they act when it is a matter of giving alms, giving gifts or doing charity. How they do these acts of charity, how they conduct these acts of giving a gift or giving an alms. What is the thinking behind it? So Sri Krishna is now explaining to us these three types of gift that people perform. The threefold gifts. dātavyamiti yaddānaṃ, dīyate'nupakāriṇe, deśe, kāle ca pātre ca, taddānaṃ sāttvikaṃ smṛtam. Taddānaṃ sāttvikaṃ smṛtam. That gift, that act of charity is held to be sattvik. Smṛtam is held to be sattvik. Now, which is that type of activity? Dātavyam, one that is ought to be given. That is dātavyam iti yaddānaṃ. That which is ought to be given is given. dīyate'nupakāriṇe. That gift, that act of giving, that act of helping, that act of giving an alms or charity or whatever is gift is given with the intention of it is ought to be given. It is not I am forced to do it. No, I ought to give it, so I am giving it. And dīyate'nupakāriṇe. And then that gift is given with the thought not that I am doing favor to anybody, not as a upakara, anaupakariṇe. I am doing it not as a service. I am doing it not with the intention of doing a favor, anaupakariṇe, not as a favor, but I ought to do it, so I am doing it. So the gift which is given with that intent, the gift which is given with that understanding, I must give it, I ought to give it, so I am giving it. I am not doing any favor. I am not doing any service. So that kind of dāna, that kind of a gift. And also deśe, kāle ca pātre ca, which is the conducive, which is in the right spirit of the right place. Deśe, right time. Kāle ca pātre ca, and also to the right type of person, to the most deserving person, to the person who needs that gift, to the person who deserves to be given that gift, the worthy person for that matter. Deśe, kāle ca pātre ca, the worthy place, the worthy time, and the worthy person. When a gift is done in this manner, taddānaṃ, this kind of a gift, this kind of an offering, sāttvikaṃ smṛtam, is considered to be a sattvika dāna. What happens normally when somebody is making any gift? There is some kind of expectation before giving the gift. But when there is no expectation while giving the gift, there is no desire of getting anything in return while giving that gift, while giving that offering to someone who needs it, who is worthy to receive it, and giving that gift in the right time, at the right place, to the right person, when it is given with the intention of not doing as a favor and with the understanding that I ought to give it to this person. This is the right time, this is the right place, I must give it to him, not as a service, not as a favor. There is no favor involved. Favor is involved when we start expecting something in return. That is a favor. I am doing you a favor, but mind you, you have to help me out at a time when I am in distress. You have to help me when I need that kind of help that I am providing you now. That is kind of a bartering. But here in the sāttvika kind of dānaṃ, there is no bartering. It is done purely in the selfless spirit. There is no expectation, there is no desire, and also it is given to the most worthy person who deserves it. Not any Tom, Dick and Harry, we are just going to throw our money on that, whether they want it or not, whether they deserve it or not. So this is the Sattvika type of dana that Sri Krishna says, which is considered to be of the highest order. What is given expecting a return contribution or reward is no gift. It is no dana at all. The moment I say, I have given this in dana, I want this in return, that is no dana at all. That is no gift at all. That is not an offering at all. It is only an exchange of courtesy or hospitality. In some cases, it happens to be a motivated investment. Some people perform this act of gift, perform this act of offering with the motive as I'm investing. I'm investing to get something in return. What is my ROI? I'm putting this much money. I'm giving this gift to this person. What am I going to get in return? So that is what normally people do when they give anything in gift. The recipient is necessarily a person who is not in a position to make a return gift. So what happens? What happens to the person who really deserves it? He is not in a position to grant you the return favors. Do we stop? No, Sri Krishna says. The Sattvika type of people, they will not stop. Even if the person is deserving and not capable of returning our favors. No, because first of all, we are not doing a favor. We are doing a dāna. We are doing it as an offering. And when we are doing it as an offering, we don't expect anything in return for that matter. The attitude of the giver is more important than the gift itself. So what is given is not important. What is the attitude of the giver? Does the giver seek anything in return? Then that is not a sattvika dana. But if the giver, if the one who is making that offering is doing it purely in the selfless spirit, then yes, then that is a sattvika dana. With a sense of a sacred duty, the bestowing bestowing ought to be made. It is purely as a sacred duty. There is no intent of getting anything in return. There is no intent of people calling me a great person. There is no intent of people revering me, paying respect to me on account of my giving a gift to some deserving candidate for that matter. In humility, with bashfulness, and to the best of one's ability, the means at one's disposal ought to be shared with deserving people. If I have, I share. If I don't have, I don't share. Like on this, I remember a saying of our Ma Sri Sharda Devi. She used to quote Sri Ramakrishna saying that one who has money, give it in service. Give it to the needy, give it to the poor, give it to the deserving poor. If you have money. If you don't have money, do japa. You can do that. You can do japa for the benefit of others also. That also is a gift. That also is a dana. So if you are rich enough, share it with others. Share it with those who deserve that to be shared with, not to the undeserving people, not to the wretched people. Deserve it with those who deserve, share it with those who deserve to receive it. So that is what, if you don't have, chant the name of the Lord. That you can do for anyone. That you can do for anyone without expecting anything in return. Then don't say, I am doing 108 japa for this person. This person should do this good to me. No, that is not a thing then. Nothing in return. To a person residing in one region, a gift made in another distant region is not one given at the right place. So Sri Krishna says, even one should have the consideration of the deśe and kāle, of the place and the timing. It has to be at appropriate place. That gift has to be given at the appropriate place, and the gift has to be given at the appropriate time. The deserving place, deserving time, and the deserving person. These three are the crucial aspects of making a gift to anybody. The gift ought to be made just when there is need for it. Early or belated offering becomes untimely and purposeless. It has to be, even the timing has to be precise. Even if we are giving a simple advice to somebody, that has to be at the proper time, that has to be at the proper place. So Sri Krishna says that one has to always keep a strict watch on these three things while giving gift. First of all, there should be no feeling that I am doing a favor when one is making a gift, when one is making an offering, whether it is offering in terms of a piece of advice, whether it is offering in terms of sending forth the heartiest wishes, or making a gift of a monetary gift, or maybe gift in kind, whatever it is. That should be done with the intent of, I am not doing a favor, and with the full understanding, I ought to do it, and to the deserving person at the deserving place at the deserving time. And when one does a dāna, when one makes an offering in this manner, Sri Krishna says that offering is termed as, that offering is recognized as the sāttvika gift. Next, Sri Krishna is also going to tell us about the rajasic and tamasic type of gifts, how they differ in their intent and in their outcome also. Sattvic gift, the outcome is, it is all doing good to others. It is of the paramahitayacha. It is for the benefit of others, of the deserving candidates. It is for the good of the deserving. It is for the good of the deserving, which is done at the right time, at the right place. So what is about the rajasic and the tamasic types of gift that Sri Krishna will tell us in the subsequent verses. Till then, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.